I'd like to invite Sara Farley back from the Rockefeller Foundation to reflect on what we've heard. Give her a round of applause. Whoa.
Wow.
Whiplash.
That was amazing. Yes. I wish we went out with a song. And my reflections will not be punctuated with Britney Spears lyrics.
Gosh.
The way the brilliant Kate McKenzie was able to layer in.
That was everything.
Yes.
What did you think?
It was awesome. And yes, just first to Food Tank, you guys put on one heck of a show. They're a four-person team. And they curated 386 speakers on this stage over 5 days.
Bernie Pollock.
Bernie Pollock. I mean, there was so much. I took copious notes throughout. I think there's a beautiful integrative storyline that came through. You know, we started with Jen Burney, and she really told us so clearly, school meal programs are the world's largest safety net, right? But they're at risk. We are losing meals today, and we're gonna be losing more meals tomorrow because every food growing region in the world is experiencing these extreme effects from frost and fire and flood and drought and precipitation changes, and on it goes. So what we're really talking about here for the last 4 hours is how we future-proof our food system with an eye toward our most vulnerable consumers. And I think what's so exciting, I mean, the numbers that I'm learning today, the 2.6 million additional meals just in Africa, just looking through the lens of staple crops. That's the dividend we get when we're more intentional about this link. Mm-hmm. So that was fabulous. I think Aulo and Apollinaire, as well as Emily Whedon from the World Bank, really kind of drew out this idea of regenerative school meals are the great connector, right? Emily was talking about like this, beautiful chorus of it's the kids to the parents who are the farmers are the voters. Yeah. That whole constituency, right, is connected. Then Mariana kind of threw down the gauntlet of it's great, but it only happens if we really radically reconceptualize how procurement itself has to change from price first to, I loved her frame of like the mission-oriented, challenge-centered procurement. And Kate McKenzie from the mayor's office makes very clear, like that is no small task, but it did get us to the moon, so it is possible. But what I heard for the kind of last hour and a half, really with Mariana's call to action on removing barriers, 5 really came out. So there was that first run around like changing the mechanics of procurement itself. That gets us into law, it gets us into contracts. It's the grunt work, but it's got to happen or we're not gonna pull this off. Loved Adam Met. Right. It was my first time hearing him, and Will Brickerhoff. I mean, they called out one of my cardinal sins that Emily will remind me I commit daily, which is we've got to get the language accessible, right? And I loved the reframe of like, call it what you will. This is just common sense agriculture, because farmers, Gerardo Martinez and his gorgeous son and those beautiful children on the stage, they want to farm next year. And they want to make money next year. Yeah. And they want to feed their community next year. So we're just talking common sense. Love it. Love the challenge of the new vocabulary. Third barrier, we heard again from Gerardo, but also from Adam and others, just this need for direct support to farmers. This makes economic sense for farmers, but there is a cost of that transition. Entities like ourselves, philanthropy, but also corporates and government have got to think about, and Maximo offered it to us, repurposing the subsidies already flowing to agriculture that are really holding that business as usual system in place, make that a redirect toward this common sense agriculture that we need to live today and tomorrow. Fourth, I think I loved the way Isabel talked about this barrier that sometimes we don't consider when we focus just on the two far ends we're trying to link, the producer and the consumer, which is the like kitchen infrastructure. You're talking cooks, you're talking food preparers, you're talking distributors, transport. all of that is part of this transition to a regenerative school meal. New recipes are required, new food preparation. Maybe it takes longer to cook. These are really considerable challenges if we don't contend with them. And then the fifth, and it's like, it's one of the taglines I've believed in for a long, long time. We've got to just up-level our collaboration. Everyone's here because we believe in partnership. No one needed to learn Partners Matter by coming here today. But I was flipping through the new industrial revolution manual. Yeah, and it calls for radical collaboration. And I think that's a real invitation for each of us. What does radical collaboration mean to you? How will you do it differently? How do you take the galaxy of partners you met this week, and how do you more meaningfully, inclusively, and authentically partner? And last, with those 5 barriers, if we can meet them, I think there is hope, because we heard from the stage from people that are doing it now in New York City, but also Isabel. And I just, would close with her sort of beautiful visual that a regenerative school meal plate is really a plate full of taste, nutrition, diversity, dignity, and I would add love.
Absolutely. Round of applause for Sara Farley.
Round of applause for Danny.
Yeah, what a beautiful summing up of it. No one does it better than Sara Farley. Thank you. Thank you to the Rockefeller Foundation. Thank you to our culinary partner, Great Performances. You get more good food in just a minute. Thank you to WNYC for making this flawless production. They're amazing. Give them a round of applause. The incredible Food Tank team, thank you. I know you're tired and you're doing such a good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to everyone who came and spent time with us. I really appreciate it. This doesn't work if you don't come, so thank you so much. And thanks to those tuning in online. Give yourselves a round of applause and then go eat.
Yay!